Welcome back. New stretches of border wall are raising concerns for some living in South Texas. The steel panels now tower directly behind people's homes in Rio Grande City, just west of Mcallen. They told our guests this afternoon the wall went up in just about a week. Joining us now to discuss more about her reporting into all of this is Sandra Sanchez with Border Report. Sandra, welcome back to the show. Always nice to see you.
Thanks for having me. Great to be here.
So the video that you captured of what happened in this particular neighborhood startled a lot of us. So first describe what people found going up so close to their subdivision.
Yeah, I was at that very subdivision 8 months ago, and I had estimated the border wall was going to go near the tree line, which is about 500 yards to the south. So when we drove up yesterday and the cameraman and I saw where they had put the border wall right over that swing set, for instance, or who knows which one came first, but it was really shocking. And residents there told me that they were building 40 to 50 panels a day, and the wall went up in a week, and they were given no notice about it.
Seems like pretty fast work there. So can you just give us a sense of the geography? How close is this neighborhood to the border itself?
Yeah, I mean, it's right on the border. Rio Grande City Hall is about 1.3 miles to the north, and then this is called Trophy Street, and it literally dead ends right there at the tree line. And if you can look through the trees, you see the Rio Grande, and Mexico's there on the other side. This is a new subdivision. I spoke to one of the first homeowners who moved in about 2 years ago, and he said he was there. He was one of the first houses there. Nobody else was around. They just had no idea. Of course, when he moved in, it was during the Biden administration, and plans for border wall had been put on hold. Everyone in the Rio Grande Valley knows the Trump administration plans to put primary border wall basically from Falcon Dam all the way to Brownsville. But I think it's kind of coming as a shock that it's just going up so fast and furiously.
I want to ask you some more about your reporting. This is the latest stretch of wall that the Trump administration is building along the border there. What did it have to say about the wall's construction for this particular section?
Yeah, they maintain that it's extremely necessary. This is Starr County. And historically in the Mcallen area, which is Hidalgo County, a lot of families, unaccompanied children, single males, cross from Mexico. That has just been tradition. And in Starr County, they get a lot of loads of drugs. It was fentanyl in the past, a lot of marijuana, and there are a lot of single adults cross there as well. We don't see the children and the families crossing in that stretch. Of course, as we've talked about many times, the Mexican drug cartel control everyone who crossed the river, where they cross, what time they cross, even what color wristband they get on, saying which boat they're crossing on, right? And in Starr County, traditionally, that is where they cross most of the drugs. And CBP, Customs and Border Protection, maintain that it's necessary to have this border wall to help Border Patrol to better patrol the banks of the river. It will funnel people, funnel activity. They can attach cameras and technology onto the wall and just help them to monitor the area safer. So, that's what they're saying. They intend to connect basically to the state border wall, which Governor Abbott had constructed just to the west and to the east of this area. During the Biden administration, when the Biden administration stopped building wall, well, the state of Texas continued out there in Starr County. Now, this is federal wall.
Okay, that's good distinctions to make too. You mentioned those living next to the wall are not the only ones though with concerns about this. You also reported the construction is also worrying to some environmental groups. What are they saying about it?
Yeah, so the way the geography of the Rio Grande is, there's all these oxbows, the river winds and turns, and there's a creek there called Los Olmos Creek. And actually the way the water comes down that creek, and it flooded severely in 2010, and it pushes the water, and I specifically spoke with Scott Nickel, and he is with Friends of the Wildlife Corridor. He says if the water comes through that creek at such a velocity, it's basically going to shoot right toward that subdivision. And if the wall is there and it blocks it and it doesn't allow the water to drain, there are concerns that it could flood the subdivision. Now, if you look on the FEMA maps, that is a flood area, and it is deemed a safety hazard. So I don't know how they were able to build the subdivision in this area, but it is a flood zone.
I know you will keep reporting about this, and we look forward to more of your updates. So Sandra Sanchez with Border Report, thank you again for being with us, and hope you have a good weekend too.
Thank you, you too.